Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Veegilant, a podcast where we look over closely the issues that affect and bother our society. I'm Favor Aya, and today we are discussing the recent nationwide strike by the National Labour Congress, which has brought to light the economic realities facing many Nigerians. Just a few days ago, the National Labour Congress started a nationwide strike, demanding an increase in the minimum wage from 30,000 naira to 400,000 naira or above. In response, the federal government has proposed an increment to 60,000 naira. And most recently, they are about to add 2,000 naira to the 60,000 naira, making it 62,000 naira. This situation says much about the growing wage disparity in Nigeria, especially considering that a senator in Nigeria receives about 25 million naira monthly. To put us in the light of this situation, the price of a bag of rice is currently 75,000 naira or above, depending on the brand you're going to buy from. So on today's podcast, we are going to discuss what these figures mean for the average Nigerian worker and more. All right, you're welcome back again. And as usual, I have with me here Grace and Precious.
Hello.
Very concerned Nigerians. And today, because we have been through a lot of things back and forth because of the economic situation, we deem it fit for us to sit down today on this table and discuss matters. So let's start from the basics. Let's start with the basics. Why did the National Labour Congress feel the need to demand such a substantial increase in the minimum wage? What's their reason? What do you think is their reason?
The increase, like the cost of living, if like everybody knows now that things now very expensive. You can't afford to eat a plate of rice now because satisfied she gets. So things are very expensive, and a case whereby a worker now has about 5 kids, like a family of 7, 8,
Yes,
earning 30,000 naira. I'm very poor now, very poor. So I just feel probably because of the economy now, the way the economy is now, that's why they decided to increase, protests. This thing has to change because things are not getting better. Things keep getting worse. So if they don't cry out now, how will they survive? How will they feed their family? So that's just what I think.
Okay, Grace, what do you think about this?
If the MLC are advocating for a significant minimum wage, it means that they are trying to address some factors. Which are the factors? One, promoting economy, because I think because of the low minimum wage which the workers are earning in Nigeria is affecting our economy. Secondly, for justice, you cannot imagine, just as you stated just now, a senator earning 25 million and an autocrat that is working in a sector or in a ministry, be it educational sector, be it agricultural sector, that they are putting all their hard energies and maybe literally all their energies, putting it for the economic of Nigeria to work, and another person will sit down there doing nothing, practically nothing. They will tell you assistant to the assistant of this ones, assistant to the assistant. You get, and they are earning 25 million. Sure, you get. So, and that is why, that is why we have the reasons of most people now diving and fighting for political power because they know that is where the money is, and they are not doing anything. If you want to look deep in it, they are not doing anything at the end of it. And at the end of it, maybe the autocrats that are doing this work, they are anything. Come on now, and this bring this corruption that we are talking about. When a policeman is earning how much, maybe 33, and he will have I don't know how much they are earning. A civil servant is actually earning too.
Okay, so, depending on their level.
It depends on their level. And aside that, most of our parents will not tell you this amount are many in my sector. So a policeman is earning. So Precious will be our witness. One policeman harassing us inside last week. At the end of it, demanding for 30,000. If they were earning some tangible amounts in their ministry or in their working sector, corruption will reduce.
But mind you, even if you are paying them 200,000, police will still do what they are. Naturally, they were born to be beggars.
Yeah. No, it is not even facing about the police. In every sector, there is corruption.
What Grace is trying to say is that corruption. In one way or the other, that
to reduce
the small amount that is being paid to some workers as a minimum wage or whatever is contributing to
the corruption,
growth of corruption. There is already corruption. Oh, yes, that one we cannot debate it. There's already corruption in existence, but then this one is now adding up to
Do you know why I say it's not even only in the police sector? School sector is the academic sector whereby teacher, if you go to public school now or government school, maybe a government teacher will go to school maybe 3 times a week.
Okay.
Because they want to do other things. Because the money they are earning is not.
I saw this news. I think that was last week, and it's in the north. There is this man, a teacher in a government school, and he was sacked, dismissed. Okay. Why? Because he's an Okada rider outside the school environment. Okay. So
why did they
he will come to school, teach him, and once he's done with his own period, he will go out and leave. So when I saw the news,
trying to earn a living.
I saw the news.
That is the point I'm
oh, fine.
trying to
He
say.
didn't even steal. He wasn't engaged in some illegal businesses. He was trying to earn an honest living. They should be considerate because the economy is not even smiling.
It's not smiling. So
they're just thinking about their reputation.
They do whatsoever side hustle they have to do just to put food in their family's table or on their family's table. Should you understand?
Yes.
So then there's a stream of low productivity, whereby I'm not earning what I deserve to earn. I will take the work with levity, like every energy I have to put in high so that there will be high productivity.
Yes.
I will channel it to another thing.
Attitude.
I will channel it
at the end of the day. What are you going to give me? Peanuts.
And there are people, and when you already have that idea, there are people on that seat that they are practically doing nothing, and they are any. So my dear, so there's significant advocacy in what NLC are doing. So that is what I was saying.
I think we've said a lot, and all of them boils down to what the economy is giving and what minimum wage is bringing. They don't tally. They don't tally at all, because it is expected that, okay, at the end of the day, if I should be paid my salary, I can afford this and that and the other one and still have a change to like move on with life till the end of another month. But now the reverse is the case. How will I say? You are the one saving your. There is this popular line on Twitter Space that is now they saved him. Like, I don't know. Let me not quote what I don't know, sure, but it all boils down to it is not enough. It is not even close to enough. And because of this economic situation, NLC now deemed it right for them to fight for the rights of Nigerian workers by calling for a nationwide strike. And I think that is reason enough for them to do that. And that being said, I would say it's a good move. So we move on to the next question that we have for today's topic. After us that have been said, yes, let's meet this and that so many meetings going on, the federal government now made a proposal that we are going to pay 60K. That was at first. And afterwards, after there were so many disagreements, they now agreed again to add 2,000 naira to the 60,000 naira to make it 62,000 naira. And this is my question. The government's proposal to increase the minimum wage to that amount, it's like a miles away from what is expected of them.
From the NLC.
Yes. Remind you, we are talking about 400K. And they are talking about 62K.
Like, well to a quarter.
Yeah, they are not even in the same line. They are not in the same class. So does this proposal, does it make sense?
At all. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
My dear, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Because why it doesn't make sense is that I think it's out of wickedness. Where a politician will be paid allowance, wardrobe allowance, fuel allowance, this allowance.
Hardship allowance, don't forget. Hardship allowance. And I was wondering, what are they going through?
As if
what
we are in different countries.
Hardship allowance again.
As if we are like they're in a different country. Are we not in the same hardship?
We are the same citizen.
You are getting it wrong
I said
These
one
politicians,
thing
which hardship are they facing? What are they going through?
I said one thing the other time. I said if you are relevant in Nigeria, they will call you a citizen. Okay. If you are not relevant, they will call you masses. You are part of the mass. So obviously we are not part of citizens.
We are masses.
We are the masses of Nigeria. Sure, you understand? And telling us that this is what they can afford, 62,000, and which we know that Edo State government, Godwin Obaseki, a state governor, if he can give the people of Edo 70,000 naira, you as a federal administration,
federal government,
you get you are not telling me 62,000.
You're riding in your SUVs. We are not even complaining about
like
that. What is hardship?
This is so fair.
Favor, do you know what?
Do you know even this is 2,000 that they are proposing? Do you know how much their children spend on their data subscription, whatever, in a month?
No, let's not even go to the family issues. It might seem like
their church mind.
That we are being jealous, but let's just be professional about it. Let's stick
do you
to
know
the line.
what we work for the federal government now? They should think like a businessman. If the government and the maybe political leaders can sit down in a state, analyze, how many workers do we have in this state?
In the country. Okay, in the state.
Do you understand? Yes. If we say we should bust it down to federal, it might be huge for them to analyze. Yes. In every state, there should be governments or political leaders that sit down. Let's know the statistics of people that are working. Knowing the statistics of people that are working is, do you know that they are ghost workers and they are still paying them?
Exactly.
And so let them scrap all of this. Let there be proper check in all of this. Then let's know the people that are available, that are even committed. There are people that they are
sign attendance.
People, do you know that there are people that they are in two sectors under federal government?
Wow.
Yes, that's true.
Very true.
I'm working in this sector for under federal government. I'm working in this sector
in another one.
You understand?
Collecting salaries.
And other people did not have opportunity to get one job.
Just one. And most of them that have reached the age of retirement,
they will not want to.
They will keep forging up documents in order not to leave that particular office.
So what I say is that government should strategize like a businessman in this particular issue. Thinking, are we overspending? Are there things we are focusing that is not relevant?
That's not relevant.
That is our business, because I cannot be giving you productivity from your work and you are giving me peanuts. It's not nice. It's being unfair. It's being unfair to the masses. That's just the truth. So they should work as a businessman.
You know, when we are talking about the workers, we are not even talking about common citizens. These are people that go out every day 9 to 5, 9 to 6 in order to work for the growth of the economy. Then the dividend, they don't receive it. They are not idle people. They are not just ordinary citizens. They are working for the growth of the country. And they are supposed to receive that salary is supposed to be like an incentive to tell them, well done for what you have done. But when they get it, they become discouraged. No happiness, because it amounts to nothing for them. You cannot even buy the list of the items for you to run your home. So there's no happiness doing that work. And when I heard that NLC said 400K, yes, truth be said, I was like, no, this is unrealistic. But it's just like in a marketplace, bargaining. Yes. Let me say a market woman tells you, okay, I'm selling this cup for 100 naira. You as the buyer, it's left for you to say, okay, I'll buy for this amount. And when you keep on bargaining and bargaining, you will come to a point where you know that, oh, this is okay for side A and this is okay for side B. But telling me that out of 400K,
give me 62.
Is this a comedy house?
I actually don't think they will reach an agreement soon.
Do you know one thing about this country now? There's no medium class again. Is either you are rich or you are poor.
Even
no, that's just the truth.
Gary that people used to say is for poor man.
The lowest protein that we have now, the cheapest protein that we have now is egg. And how much is egg, Favor?
It's 150 for one.
Some people are selling it 200 in some areas.
I actually want to say something.
Okay.
I don't know how true it is. Because of the hardship that we're facing in this country now at the moment, you know that tomatoes now is like good. Tomatoes and pepper. Many people can't even afford
you said you are not sure of it. I'm sure of it.
So what I'm not even sure of. Someone posted something I saw it on Twitter. This was last week.
Okay.
The girl said she could not afford to use a 1,500 naira, be how much to buy tomatoes and pepper because it will never reach.
Yes,
let me tell you.
So what she did, she bought cucumber. That's when I was like,
wow.
She said she bought cucumber. Blended it with crayfish and dry fish.
If poverty never
she boiled
hit you,
rice and she used to eat. And I was like, till today, I'm still trying to imagine that. How we like what name would they call that stew? Cucumber stew.
It's cucumber stew.
White rice with cucumber
people are
sauce.
becoming creative with poverty these days.
If poverty never hits you, we don't know how creative you are. That's your history.
She dropped the pictures on Twitter and actually it actually looked very attractive. Even myself, I was interested when I saw it. Yes. Hey, rice and cucumber stew.
Last Sunday I wanted to, in my mind, like what I wanted was white rice and stew. But when I went to the market, men and brethren, my 1,005 couldn't buy like pepper and tomato mix.
So what did you do?
I had to it was jollof but white jollof. It was just looking white. I was just, oh God, I forced myself to eat that food.
I pity myself right now, person like me that don't know how to eat sachet tomato. Like I literally eat
the fresh one.
If you put in tomato in my stew, I won't eat it. If I perceive it, I will know that you've used this. Yes, I will know it. You can see what I'm going through. Yesterday I went to. I said, let me just cook just a little sauce of stew, just sauce. So not. I end up spending 1,500 pepper and tomato.
And tomato
alone.
I'm telling you that 1,500 is not. If they should put it in a nylon, you will not see anything. The nylon will swallow it up. So it's very little.
We tell every advocacy that the NLC are advocating, it's worth it. And it shows that the people are fed up. We are all fed up.
I actually pray they reach an agreement soon.
If you are to give the government an advice, what amount do you think is appropriate?
I feel 150 is fair.
150. How much is a bag of rice again?
About 75, 80, I guess.
Also, okay, if you're a worker and you should receive 150 at the end of the day, and you're going to pay your rent, and you're going to buy rice, aside rice, we are talking about rice because it's a staple food here in Nigeria. So aside rice, you're going to buy some other things for the month, and you have a family. So at the end of the day, if you are giving 150, how much are you going to be left with?
I know that 150 we know it won't really sort out their problem. But
at least you are moving somewhere.
Because the government will not give you
Is it not better off
400,000 or
than this?
50,000?
And remember, let's be
I just
reminded
feel
of
that 150
something.
is more reasonable.
As a
People give
civil
them-
servant, you are not expected to work somewhere else or be running any other business aside what you're doing for the government. I gave an example of what happened in the north about
Yes.
a teacher that is also an Okada rider, and you saw what they did with him. So if you are expected not to expand your wings and do some other things, I don't think that's 150.
Yeah, it won't go anywhere.
Is that-
Actually.
So okay, you've said your mind. That's your own opinion, and it's very good. It might actually work. Grace, what do you think?
To me, with the economy of Nigeria, I cannot even analyze this the amount. No, that's just the truth. I cannot analyze this. I cannot say this is signify amount that they can pay. But just make these people happy. Just have that humanity of placing yourself in their shoes. That if we have that mindset, then you will know what these people
Are going through.
you will know what they what will I say? Like you will know what they deserve. You will know what you have to
I
do.
keep laughing when people say that the government cannot afford to pay certain amount because a senator receives 25 million naira.
That is what I'm saying.
Monthly. I'm not very good with math, but if we should divide that by 30 days or 31 days, you will come to notice that what they receive in a day is not even what you are giving in a month is not even up to what they receive in a day.
That is what I wanted to say. Is the 62,000 naira? They should think about it. How much are they fueling their own cars for just one day? I don't know why we human beings we are so selfish and wicked. Sit down and think about it.
Right now we are talking about the height of the difference between what a common Nigerian worker and what a senator, House of Rep member, or whoever is receiving. That's what we are talking about right now.
Okay.
So
my
The
dear.
government, just one thing I would just advise the government to do.
yes,
They should fear God and use their church mind.
if you don't fear God, at least more like there's difference between sympathy and having mercy.
okay.
Just move with sympathy to your with
I
on your fellow
I
human.
didn't
If you
even-
don't even get that heart of fearing God, now you and God get that judgment. But just be moved to sympathy. I be with sympathy or whatsoever way I can put it. You get you cannot your fellow humans that you see daily cannot be suffering, and you are earning allowance or their wife in maybe beside them we have similar allowances they are earning.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And the people, the autocrats that are doing this work, making things possible for the country to be moving in different sectors, all you can think is that you want to give them 62,000. Come on.
Honestly-
Yeah, and you don't think this is part of the reason people want to die over politics? If other sectors are working, if other what I used to know politics to be is serving the nation, but we are the ones serving them. Right away, the citizens are the ones serving them. They are not the ones serving the country right away.
See, I know Nigerians to be people that are very optimistic and they feel very satisfied with the very little that you do for them. So I don't even see much with what they are demanding. What we just need is just that little happiness.
Give them, put a smile.
Just give us that little happiness, and I'm not seeing it as much. I'm not seeing.
Do you know? This is where I'm having a reason of allowing Peter Obi to rule, because that man is a businessman. This issue now is about how is a business mindset that can work.
But do you really think that if Peter Obi have won,
Oh, yeah.
do you really think that he would have done something better?
At least he would have. I don't know.
We can't.
You are missing. So in the midst of this, we have even seen them change our anthem to a new one that is actually the old one.
That's another one. You are quick to change a national item, to change minimum wage, to put smile on the citizens'
Probably
face.
things.
It's not very
changing
difficult.
we probably think Nigeria does not have any problem. The only problem you guys have
It's national anthem.
your
See, what-
national anthem.
that bill ran faster than Usain Bolt in the Senate
Fast,
House.
though. Even myself, I was
Within a
shocked.
week, I was still talking with somebody just right now with the person. Immediately, for me to just log in and check, there's been.
Do you know that when I even
approved,
edited, I even
signed.
felt probably it was a joke that they were joking.
But
I
this,
swear, I felt they were
this is
just catching
minimum
cruise.
wage we are talking about, and we have been going weeks with several meetings going on. Let's meet here, let's meet the other place. But the anthem didn't even take more than a week for it to get approved.
You don't stamp on.
We give priorities to things that are not even worth it.
At all.
I really go with that first line of this new national anthem. Nigeria, we any situation that you are now. Nigeria, we hate. We really hate Nigeria. We hate the federal government. Kudos to the federal government. Kudos to the state government.
But you know the most painful part of all of this?
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow, if they still tell people to come and vote, they
My
still
dear.
say their vote for 2,000 naira. Very painful.
Does it? It's
Very painful.
It seems to
and this
be
is
never
something that
learned.
this is like we're never ready to learn, or they're not ready to learn.
No, we
Tomorrow
are
they'll sit and
always
vote for the same
shouting.
person tomorrow. That's
We are
really
always
the most
shouting we
painful
need
part
change.
of
I don't
it.
think we are
We're
ready.
not ready for change.
One
We're
of
not
my-
ready. If we're ready for change, we'll do what
one
is
of my
right.
friends believes that Nigeria is cursed. So
Maybe.
we are not doing
I'm
it
surprised.
with a clear eye.
Maybe.
People are just walking blindly, maybe influenced by something, maybe hypnotized, and you're just doing what you are told to do. But I'm not even part
I
of
don't know
those
if
people.
I should commend our past heroes that fought for independence. I don't really know. If we were even under these white people, at least it would have been a better position.
Oh no, I wouldn't have preferred colonialism.
No, is better with this situation.
No, it's actually painful when the suffering is coming, like it's being done by a fellow black.
We are
Yes.
inflicting the pains ourselves on us.
Yes,
That's
yes. So we've said that, and we noticed that during the strike, the nationwide strike, there was this blackout throughout the whole country. And aside that, so many businesses were put to a halt, like the aviation, so many of them, because the strikers wouldn't allow them to do anything. And the report that we were given was that they lost a lot of money. And aside that, we're on strike. We're on strike, but so many people couldn't perform their businesses because they use light, energy to do them. So I was thinking, is this actually right to
it.
affect the nation's power, energy system,
Okay.
energy source? Yes.
Okay. Are you done with your question?
I'm done.
My dear, they are part of some sector that are
Okay.
working for the federal government.
Okay.
So whatsoever ways they want to vent their own anger to, they are permitted. You
Not really
understand?
about them being permitted though. It's affecting everybody. Even
It's
us.
affecting
Now
that's
imagine people now that that sell frozen food. Yeah, this thing will just spoil.
my dear.
Yes.
If we want to grow, there must be there must be an issue. There must be problem that we have to that would make it as a step.
I just see. I will take that
Definitely a
as a
stepping
sacrifice.
stone.
It will be a stepping stone. You cannot. People are fighting. You cannot expect me when I did not see money to put on my family's
Let's
table.
take it.
And
And
you guys are forgetting
Not
the kind
now.
of government you
Okay.
have. So after all of this sacrifice, you'll be so shocked that what your government will still have will be 1,000 on top of this 2,000. That will be 63.
But it's affecting.
Yes,
But it's
they are not
affecting
ready-
them also.
Yeah, they are not ready to. It's affecting them also. All the people, they have petrol, they have this in.
They
Many of
have
them have
solar.
inverter, they have solar, so it's not affecting them like nothing.
See, I think
But
nobody
not suffering.
cares anymore.
Okay.
Nobody cares anymore. If it is death that want to end it, that people are already at that desperation.
Yeah,
If
yeah, actually,
whatsoever
yesterday,
want to
masses
end it,
were-
let
Yeah.
they
let
were
it
very
end.
angry yesterday,
You know, we can't be suffering and smiling.
I'm a big time believer that nothing good comes easy.
Not a good comes
If
easy.
you have to achieve something big, you have to make a lot of
Sacrifice.
sacrifices. You have to sacrifice a lot in order to achieve that. And putting off the energy source and everything is also part of it. Yes, in as much as they are not going to get affected because they have their own personal source of energy.
Favor,
But
if
then-
that pressure is mounted on those masses, maybe for 1 week they did not have light. those people that are going to go and sell their votes will be pressured to go out there, and if it is federal, what's it called, Abuja, that you go and march and go and tell them that what is it? Is it not enough? The pain, the torture,
the torment.
So I think that is where the point where the NSC are taking us to. So don't you cannot blame anybody. You cannot give any emotional blackmail to anyone. But if the NEPA decide not to go, my brothers and my sisters, I follow you. I succumb with you. Maybe we should go back to Kandu.
So or that lamp that once you break the glass, just go and find somewhere else to sleep because you are not sleeping in the house. So I think for us to wrap up with what we have been discussing so far, I'll ask the question: what can the average Nigerian do to advocate for this cause?
Okay, I've already said
the average Nigerian talking about. Don't take it too far. You, me, all of us around here.
That is what I'm saying. That is what that's the last thing I
do?
just mentioned. That is where every sector, both the NEPA, they are taking us to now. So what they are trying to tell us: stand up from your home.
Everybody should come out. One Nigeria. After all, we are one Nigeria.
Let's march to that place.
Let's have one voice.
If it is cutlass and knife that we want to carry, it has gotten to that stage. It has, let's call a spade a spade. It has gotten to that stage. So, and for those people that saw their, what's it called? Their birthright.
Yes.
I hope you are,
one more
I hope you are happy now. At least conscience go, they deal with them. If they're not, it's affecting all of us now.
I bought a rice from Chicken Republic recently, and I kept wondering if it was cooked with palm oil because
It
was looking so different.
They play.
And the chicken was looking so bony. I was like, what's wrong? What is wrong? The hope of the common man.
Going back to your question, let every one of us get involved. We should not. We are part of the NLC. See yourself as part of the NLC sector now. Is it agent? Just see yourself there. If there is any politician that is in your streets,
drag
them.
When they are driving by,
drag them like I better pass your
those online. Keep out warriors.
You know, if it is social media that your strength is, put it there.
If you're an influencer,
if you're an influencer, put it there. If you're a movie actor and put it there.
Yes, so we need to let them know we've had enough. Enough is enough.
We have had enough.
Use your personality to gain
the torture and the pain.
Everything. The
Jennifer, I hear you, Jerry. I hear you.
Like we really need to ask the government, like, what's this? We need to ask them.
I hear you.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about it, about the disparity between what a common worker earns in Nigeria compared to what a senator or a politician earns in Nigeria. And we've seen that is a huge gap. We are not even going to meet up with it in years. But that's not the problem. Yes, if you know what gives the people happiness, because we are already going through a lot, hell and back. So if you know that little that you can do as someone in the government, PA, advisor to anybody in the office, you can actually talk to those people. They need advices as well. Yes, they need our advices. Their advices, no advice as well. Yes. So you can advise them to what Nigerians need is happiness. And just, it's not in 62K. I don't see it in 62,000 naira. No, it's not happening. So my guests here, they have said 150K. If you do that, okay, fine and good. You can start with that, yes, exactly. As a starter before we go over to the main meal.
Yes, main dish.
Okay, so with all we have said, it's clear that the fight for fair wages and economic justice is far from being over. We are just getting started because there are going to be more strikes. To our listeners, stay vigilant, stay informed, and continue to advocate for a fair and equitable society.
And continue to hate Nigeria.
That's all we have for today. That's all we have for today on Veegilant. Join us next time. And do well to subscribe to all our pages. Thank you.
Bye.